They called him General Marcus Kane, a man born from war, shaped by loyalty, and betrayed by the very country he swore to protect. For 20 years, Kane led missions nobody else dared to touch, from black ops in the Middle East to silent rescues deep in enemy lines. He believed in duty, in honor, in the flag stitched on his shoulder, until the day that same flag turned its back on him. The betrayal came fast and quiet. A routine extraction gone wrong, his team ambushed in the desert night, his communication lines cut, his air support vanished without a word. He watched his men, brothers he trained, bled, and fought beside, slaughtered by mercenaries carrying US-made weapons. When the bullets stopped, Kane was the only one left breathing, half dead under the sand, listening to his own heartbeat echo in the silence. Hours later, he woke up in chains inside a steel bunker, face to face with the enemy, but the real enemy wasn't across the table. It was back home. "You've been burned, General," the mercenary leader said, tossing his dog tags on the floor. "Your government sold you out." Those words ignited something inside him, something raw, primal, uncontainable. What they didn't know was that Marcus Kane wasn't just a soldier. He was the weapon they should have never created. He broke free that night using the same wire that bound his wrists, snapping necks in the dark, slipping through the bunker like a ghost. Every strike was silent, every move precise, decades of training unleashed in brutal clarity. He didn't fight for survival anymore, he fought for revenge. When he emerged from the burning compound, his body was covered in blood and sand, but his eyes were cold, mechanical, like death had given him back for a purpose. He hijacked an enemy truck, tore through the desert, and disappeared into the wind. Over the next weeks, whispers spread across the battlefield. A lone American ghost hunting mercenaries, dismantling weapon convoys, leaving nothing but bodies and the mark of a burning eagle carved into metal. Intelligence agencies called it rogue warfare. The soldiers called it justice. The world called it impossible. But Marcus Kane called it payback. He traced the conspiracy step by step, from foreign contractors to a private defense firm based in Washington, D.C. Each name he uncovered led to another lie, another betrayal. He hacked encrypted systems, took down safehouses, interrogated corrupt agents, all to find who signed his team's death warrant. Along the way, he crossed paths with Lena Brooks, a war journalist who had once covered his missions. She found him bleeding in a motel room on the outskirts of Nevada, barely conscious. Instead of turning him in, she stitched his wounds and asked one question: "Who betrayed you, Marcus?" His silence told her everything. Together, they dug deeper, uncovering files showing that Kane's last mission wasn't meant to succeed. It was meant to erase evidence of illegal arms deals involving U.S. officials and private contractors. The deeper they went, the darker it got. Lena published the truth, but powerful men buried it faster than it spread. For them, Kane wasn't just a liability. He was a living secret that needed to disappear, again. When the assassins came, Kane was ready. The firefight ripped through the night. Bullets, smoke, shattered glass, and fire. Kane moved like a ghost in a storm, every shot precise, every breath controlled. When the smoke cleared, 20 men lay dead. But he didn't stop. He followed the trail to a mountain facility in Montana, the command center of the operation that betrayed him. Inside were the same men who gave the order that killed his team. Kane stormed it alone, armed with fury and stolen ammo. The fight that followed wasn't war, it was vengeance turned into poetry. He cut through mercenaries like shadows through fog, each kill an echo of the brothers he lost. The final room was a glass conference hall overlooking the snow. There, waiting with calm arrogance, was General Richard Cole, Kane's former mentor and the man behind it all. Cole's words were cold. "You were never supposed to survive, Marcus. You were the cover-up." Kane stared at him, silent, trembling with rage, and whispered, "Then this is the debriefing." One pull of the trigger ended it. Cole's body hit the floor, and the snow outside turned red. But Kane's fight wasn't over. He copied every classified file, every signed authorization, and uploaded it across the dark web, exposing the conspiracy to the world. The headlines exploded. The government denied it, of course. They called him a terrorist, a rogue operative. But the people, the soldiers who knew his name, called him a hero. As the manhunt closed in, Lena begged him to run. "You can still start over," she said. But Kane only smiled. I already did, the moment I stopped following orders. He walked out into the blizzard that night, leaving his rifle and his past behind. Drones searched for days, but they never found a body. Some say he died out there. Others say he still walks the war zones, a ghost, a myth, a reminder that loyalty has a price. Weeks later, in a war-torn village overseas, a group of mercenaries vanished overnight. Locals claimed they saw a lone man moving through the smoke, tall, scarred, carrying nothing but a knife and an old pair of dog tags. No one ever confirmed it. But soldiers whispered his name again, Kane. And somewhere in the shadows, a radio crackled to life, a distorted voice saying, "Mission never ended." The screen fades to black. The music drops. The audience holds its breath. And just before the credits roll, a single bullet casing hits the floor. Marcus Kane lives.